E aí pessoal, belezinha? Aqui é o Danilo do canal Gameover. Bora jogar mais um capítulo aí do Alan Wake. Estamos no terceiro capítulo, parte 4. Bora lá. Pessoal, se ajuda a gente aí com o like, se inscreve no canal. Você vai ajudar bastante o canal. Tamo junto? É nóis. Valeu mesmo pela força aí. Bora lá no Alan Wake 2. E aqui iniciamos nossa gameplay. Malandro aí. Tá. Objetivos. Procure Alice. Vá até o apartamento no Pierre Towing, na casa dele. E aqui é o que?
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
O autor da primeira palavra, não o autor que encerra com a luz apavorar e a sombra que projeta aberto o terceiro olho para a noite lançar. É seu momento de narrar. Este é o ritual que será seu condutor. Seus amigos o conhecerão quando você se for. Aqui é um caminho. Tem mais alguma coisa aqui? Vamos ver se dá pra lutear alguma coisa, né? Não tem nada aqui não. O bagulho ficando estranho.
The city was not real. I was limited to the confines of the dream.
Caminho aqui mesmo.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride.
Saí na estação de novo. Aqui é onde estava aquele que eu li aquela hora. É esse aqui eu já li. Aqui eu já tinha aberto, tá vendo? Eu só voltei por essa porta que estava fechada. Agora eu tenho que ir lá na bilheteria. E aqui pelo menos parece que tá normal. Tem aqueles fantasmas doidos. Pelo menos não
The
precisa
station
pagar
had
pra sair do
changed.
metrô, né?
I was closer now.
E agora? Apaga essa luz? Aí fechou a entrada, beleza. Tem que ir no hotel onde ele morava.
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
O hotel que mostra no coisa é aqui, prédio, né? Acredito eu que seja esse mesmo. Você vai ter que apagar essa luz, vai lá. Bora. Tá muito fácil, né? Barulho de cachorro.
Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Nem chamei o elevador, já veio. Tô vendo que vai dar B.O. aqui. Olha o cagaço. Isso pega, mano. É bem assombrado mesmo.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Você é louco, cachoeira.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice.
Escolher fotos para cartazes da amostra.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before. Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Parte 1.
Part 1. What was Alice working on?
Bom, cartão de memória, vamos colocar na câmera.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me.
Hello.
Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
As ideias.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Ele... Fim da quarta parte. Vamos para a quinta. E o capítulo não acaba. E agora a gente volta à realidade.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the Dark Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Embaçado.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Cadê o clique?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
Está na posse do clique. Certo. Tem uns casos aqui, vamos ver o que tem aqui pra... Tem uma pista aqui. Aqui é lá em cima. O bilhete motivacional estava na parte de dentro. Tem alguém me procurando. Oito pistas. Eu vou desenrolar isso aqui já.
Creepy dolls, mysterious rhymes. No weirder than anything else going on, I guess. Doesn't look right.
Isso é o papel laminado. Alguém se esforçou bastante. Tá. Esqueci mais. Achei ali. Estão lá em cima?
Keep trying.
Aqui na boneca, olha aqui em cima. Certo. Não é? Aqui em cima também.
Nah.
Não é aqui, deve ser aqui. Tá nesse.
Yes.
Quinze pistas.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Mano, que pista pra caramba aqui.
Think, Saga.
Dois dias.
Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen.
E daqui? $13 embaçado, hein? E tem a bruxa do coração lá. Para depois. Tem mais caso? Duas pistas.
Nope.
Esse aqui. Bilhete para lembrar que aceita vítimas não são animais. Esse aqui. Acabou. Eu bagulho pra ler. Então. Aqui tem que ver isso aqui.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker.
Será?
Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Aumenta 50% o tamanho do carregador. Acerte 2 tiros consecutivos na cabeça para atordoar o inimigo por mais tempo. Ok.
Saga had lost count of how many shots she'd fired, but she was sure it must have been more than she had in her magazine. And yet, she'd not run out of ammo. As if the magazine had grown to fit more bullets. She fired again.
Interrogue o Wake. Vamos conversar com ele de novo agora, do jeito, né? Cadê ele? Ah, tô na outra sala, tô vacilando.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Achei uma pista. Era pra depois? Caso principal. Entrando no trailer da periferia de Watery, Saga tinha visto o famoso clique de Wake pela primeira vez.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
Trailer, não disse trailer agora. Encontra o clique e dirige até o Watery. Tá,
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
A partir de agora você pode alternar entre as histórias de Alan e Saga pelo balde na sala de descanso do faxineiro. Fique à vontade para jogar na ordem que quiser. Duas histórias. Essa é aqui, né? Salvar. Não sei, vamos embora.
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them. I remember writing an endless amount of pages. When this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
É aqui. Ué.
Think.
O lugar obscuro. Deve ser aqui.
Yes.
É. Bora.
I'm the only one who understands the forces behind this. I can help you.
That's not how this works. Here's a
Hello, and welcome to Copy World, voted Washington's best copy-themed amusement park. All of our attractions are family-friendly and available to children of all ages.
Cadê o carro? Ali.
Just like the comic.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? Must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the salt shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery. I should ask around. Okay then. Catchy tune. Excuse me. Do you know where...
Hush! Artie's in the middle of a show.
I wonder if I'm the first FBI agent to ever get shushed.
O mapa. Preciso do mapa.
the time gone. There's just a wretched husk of what used to be me left. Oh, they say
Watery's definitely quaint.
How's it going?
Olha o chão. Dá uns bug, né?
I bet they have good fish here.
whoever said these were the golden years was full of it.
Tem uma casa aqui, eu nem sei entrar, se dá pra entrar. Não dá pra falar com ele, dá pra entrar aqui, hein?
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Oh, you rascal. What have you been up to this time around? There's only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
Hello. Do you have a second?
Ah, long time and no see, Miss Anderson. Thor and Odin are not here. They are old tricksters always sneaking off.
Sorry. No, I wanted to ask you about something else. Do you live around here?
I live in Bright Falls. You've seen me around. I am Mr. Blum. You call me Vladimir. I work at a nursing home. I take care of your old people. We are on day trip, music, sauna, the good times. I bring them here in the bus.
The elderly are very important. And it's a very nice bus. Thanks. Can you point me to any trailers around here?
Sure. Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park. Ilmo Koskela owns it. Owns many things in town.
And where is Ilmo?
I saw Ilmo and his brother at the bridge. Well, what used to be the bridge.
Certo.
A trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer. Keep it simple, Saga. I need to find Ilmo Koskela.